5 minutes. I'm so excited. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Good. Okay, good. I'm doing good. Okay. If you're watching this after the live stream, I'm going to read the book to you so you can still see it. Here's the cover page, by the way. Yeah. And there are different perspectives. So this is chapter 1, Blizzard's story. And before I continue, let me go get some water real quick. Okay. Ready to read it? Here we go. Chapter 1, Blizzard's story. My story before. I don't remember a lot of that day. I was a very tiny puppy, I think. I just remember being taken away from my mom with my brother and my sister. Then we got into a moving vehicle. I think it was called a car. But anyways, we were moving. Me, my brother, and my sister. Then we stopped. The door thingy opened and we put on the side of something with a bunch of cars. And then they got us out of the car, closed the door, and drove away. So me, my brother, and my sister were just left there sitting. We were alone on the side of the cars. Then suddenly another car thingy showed up. It was this sweet girl whose name I can't remember, but she grabbed me, my brother, and my sister. She put us in her car thingy and drove us somewhere. Next thing I knew, I was at her house. Her house was nice. A nice couch, the normal things a house has. Kitchen, bedroom, okay, you get it. Anyways, I remember that girl getting on calls and putting us back in her car to the side of the road with cars. I remember her saying, "Well, it's going to be a long flight with you guys." A flight? What the heck was that? Eventually, I think that she said something about a port with air. Anyways, we got into the building thing and got taken out of our crate. And then this guys in all blue started checking our crate. I barked at him, "Hey, that's our crate." Then the girl said, "Hey, it's okay. He's just checking for the plane." What plane? I was thinking when she said that. Then we were back in the crate. Then suddenly we were at this thing called a gate, and wanted to, and we were about to get on the plane thing. I saw so many people. I wanted to bark at them to say hello. Then this voice came on and it was like, "Hello and welcome aboard this flight to Denver, Colorado. It should be about a 2-hour flight. Thank you for flying with us and we should be taking off soon." Taking off? What did that mean? Like run around? Anyway, if we're quote unquote taking off soon, then I felt something. Then I felt it get really bumpy. Then I felt like I was floating. Then I realized a plane. A plane is something that floats in the air. Blizzard's chapter definition. Plane. Something that floats in the air. Okay, so that was the first chapter. Let's go to the next chapter. Also, still Blizzard story. So, chapter 2, Blizzard story. My time at Poso. I remember getting off the plane and coming into another port with air. This time it was called Denver. I don't know what that is, but it's okay. Next thing I knew, we were on a train, which is something that moves people. I remember a voice saying on the train, "Hello, this is the mayor of Denver. Welcome to the Mile High City." The Mile High City? What? Now, I don't know what a mile is yet, but I think it's like a toy. Now, at this point, I'd been awake forever. So, I kind of fell asleep, but when I woke up, I was in another house. "Hello, Husky," a soft voice said. Now, I was sleeping, so I got a little freaked out. "Hello? Little Huskies? Husky? Now what?" Now I did not know what a husky was, but I think it was me. Now I was at another different house, but not the same as the one I was at before. This one was a little different. This one. was a little different. Same thing at the other house. Couch, bed. But this time there were a bunch of other husky things like me. Or wait, dogs, not huskies. So I went and said hi, 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 hi to them. And well, I think they thought I was a little crazy, which is okay since I am a little crazy. Then I realized that it was only a few weeks old, so I could not have a real home yet. But I was going to a house in about a month to be fostered till I was adopted by some people. So that's fun. But I was playing with the other dogs. Wait, I lost where I was. Other dogs and my brother and sister till we all got tired, or maybe that was just me who fell asleep. But I woke up in the morning, so yeah, that was a little fun first night I had. But in the morning, I had to go to something called training. Now I don't know what that is, but it sounds boring. They taught me how to walk on a leash and not try to chase squirrels, which, well, you know how that went. Not good. But after that, I came back to the house, and the next few weeks were basically the same thing, except on weekends, which is the end of a week thing. But on weekends, I did not have to go to training and got to stay home with my other dog friends, so weekends are kind of the best times of the week. But after that, I had to go to training. But then, before I knew it, I was ready to be fostered. Blizzard's chapter definition: fostered, going to a home and not being adopted, but staying there. Okay, chapter 3. This is my story now, Will, and Blizzard has finally arrived. Chapter 3. When I heard we were going to be getting a foster puppy, I thought my mom was kidding. But then I saw the picture with him and fell in love. He was one of the cutest little huskies I had ever seen in my entire life. So I was really excited to learn how I got to foster him. So I was at recess and asked my mom to text me a pic of him, and he was adorable. The next day the day felt like forever after that. But when I got home, I was so ready to see him and saw him in my mom's arms. She put him down so we can pet him, and he is the fluffiest little puppy ever. Now the only puppy I've ever had is Sam, but I was too little to remember. So this was gonna be amazing. The dogs had already seen, so they weren't too surprised. When we took him on walks, people always said he was so cute. I'm going to take a break and I will be back in a few. Okay, we're back. Chapter 4, Sam's story. What? I don't know whose idea it was to get a puppy, but whoever it was a terrible idea. Here's my definition of a puppy that I made. Sam, I made. Poops and pees everywhere. Energetic. Wait, I'm energetic. Anyways, this puppy whose name is Blizzard was he had lots of energy. So I decided to kind of check him out. He was something like Georgia, a husky but brown this time. He was very small, but still a reasonable size. Well, I guess I'm just a big dog. Anyways, Will, Ben, Jeff, and Jessica, Velcro to me, said that they have to go to the airport, which is a place with planes. Anyways, they dropped me off and Georgia off at this house that we would stay at. Well, they were at something called Disneyland. I don't know what Disneyland is, but it sounds fun. They took Blizzard to another house, and me and Georgia went to a house and met some other dogs. So that was fun. When we came home, the house was it was like a different color. Like, what? This is Georgia, so Georgia's. Chapter 5. No. What the heck were they thinking about this? They decided to invite another dog into the house. and they did not even bark to me. Oh, like I already have to deal with one dog in this house, but now I have to deal with a puppy. They are so energetic, and like I'm not like I sleep 27 or maybe more, but anyways, this puppy was so much. Thankfully, I got this beautiful house, which was really fun, and they even gave me a fun little collar. I met a bunch of other dogs. I met a bunch of other dogs while I was there, and they were less energetic than a puppy. Anyways, I got home and the house looked so different. It even smelled weird. Then I saw the puppy. I went to a different house, then him, but me and Sam went to the same house. But Will and his family came back, and they were still talking about this place called Disneyland, which sounds fun. So I don't like him, which means no. We can't keep no. Okay, so this is chapter 6, My Mom's POV Adopt. Listen, I know we were supposed to foster him, but really wanted him. So I talked to decision soon. Because our family is thinking about him. If we don't decide soon, then he won't be ours. Then Poso posted a video of him online. All the comments were amazing. So we took our chance and hit the adopt button. That was a short chapter, I know. And my chapter is also really short, okay? Then we get a longer one. Chapter 7, Will's POV. Yas! I woke up one day thinking it was a normal day of school. I woke up to a surprise. We get to keep him. Okay, so actually this happened on Santa Monica at Disneyland. It was not at home. I'm sorry, I did so much that my mind was thinking about that, but we decided to adopt him on Santa Monica in California. So that was really fun for me. But anyways, I'll read it how it is. One day I woke up thinking it was a normal day of school and woke up to a surprise. The surprise, we get to keep him. I was so happy that my mom and dad made a decision that we get to keep him. I went to the school that day and got home from base normally, and there he was, with a cute little collar and a new name tag that did not say foster dog, but instead Blizzard. Then it had both of my parents' numbers on the back, and I was so happy. When I that cause that means that he is ours forever. I even gave him a nickname, Blizzy, and that's how we got him. Chapter 8, Blizzard's point of view. Huh? Okay, I thought I was supposed to be staying them with for a foster, but now I'm staying with the here forever. That's amazing. I can play with Ben and Will and Sam and Georgia all day long. Well, except when they're at schools. Then I wait for them to get home. Then I get to play with them. Sometimes I admit I barked at the door waiting for them to get home. Obviously, they came home, then I played and ran around the house with them until they went to bed for night. Then it was the same thing next day until the weekend. Then they usually went someplace fun, but some days I got to play with them the whole day. I also love to play with Sam. I think she liked me, but one thing is for sure, Georgia did not. I was nice to her, so I don't know why she was mad at me. I did nothing besides jumped on her a few times, but that was just playing. And I beat her in tug of war a few times. But I was nice to her and all. So huh? I don't really care, but if I'm gonna live here forever, she has to learn to like me. Anyways, that process of Ben and Will going to schools and coming home and playing with me has gone about 2 weeks then. Then March came. It had been almost 1 month since I had first seen Will and Ben and Georgia and Sam. And I never thought I would go to a different home, but it happened, and well, it just happened. I remember one day thinking it was a normal day, but Will started taking a bunch of pictures with this thing. Well, next thing I knew, I was loaded into the same car that I had been carried in almost 1 month ago. Then Will's mom dropped me off with this lady and left me with her. Chapter 9, Will's POV, Sadness. Sadness. That's the one emotion I felt after we had to give Blizzard away. It was just a sad time for me and everyone in the family. It was almost 1 month that we had him before we had to give him away. 1 day away from a month. I journal every day, but that day I just didn't know what to say. The reason we could not keep him is because Georgia didn't like him. Which, since she was first, we have to listen to her because she came into our house before Blizzard. I know Blizzard was an energetic puppy, and like any other puppy in Georgia, was more calm and not as energetic as Sam and Blizzard, which was okay. Blizzard got on her nerves, and she made it clear that she didn't like him. But I guess that as long as it's best for the family and the dogs, then it's good for all of us. I don't really think Gracie would have enjoyed 3 dogs, but she's shy anyways. But like I said, as long as we think it's the better for the whole family, including Gracie and Sam, Humphrey and Georgia, then it's best for all of us. And 5 months later, we got an update about him. Finally, he's happy. He's big. He's not my little baby anymore. It's really, really sad. His name is now Rex, and he's happy, which means I'm happy with that. Now, this is my author note. Hi, I'm Will Tyler, and I wrote this whole book. It was very fun to imagine Blizzard's perspective on all this. I'd love to go see Blizzard for another time, but I know God has a plan for everything. If you are still on this live stream, thank you so much. It's been like 52 minutes, but that was me reading the book. I just want to say thank you, and I really hope you enjoyed the book. The link is in chat if you need it. And it'll also be in a community post that I post. Thank you.